So President-elect Trump also said something interesting yesterday regarding keeping America safe during his speech in Arizona. 2 words, Iron Dome. Listen to this.
The DEA, the FBI, the intelligence community, and financial sanctions to remove the migrant gangs and criminals that are killing and raping and maiming our citizens. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out fast. We have no choice. We have no choice, by the way.
So what do you think about that?
No, I think this is, again, President Trump making campaign promises into policies that are going to be enacted by his administration. One of the biggest reasons that I think President Trump got elected was because of the lack of border security that we have in the United States. And I think that one of the first things he's going to do in his administration is start to not just deport criminals, but to put law and order back into the United States. And one of the things that I think that is most inattended to by the Biden administration is these migrant gangs, these criminals, particularly the ones that are coming from Venezuela, the Tren de Aragua, that is terrorizing more than 30 cities throughout the country. So I think President Trump's basically keeping with the montage of promises made, promises kept, and he's making sure that that's going to be a big part of his administration, particularly in the first days after January 20th.
All right, Joseph, thank you so much for sticking with us, because a little bit of a soundbite issue. He also said that he's promising to make an American-made Iron Dome to protect the country from any projectile attacks. A significant statement from him. How important is that?
No, I mean, right now what we're seeing throughout the world is an unprecedented level of instability. What's happening in the Middle East, obviously what's happening in Russia, Ukraine, and the conflicts that are bubbling up all throughout the world. And I think what President Trump is trying to reassure Americans is that you're going to be safe under my watch. That, you know, we have all these threats, we have all these concerns, but that we're going to be able to project strength. And by projecting strength, we're going to be able to defend American sovereignty, American territory, and most importantly, American lives. And I think that that's the message that he's been sending all throughout his campaign. I think it's one of the main reasons that he got elected. And I think that now is the time that he's going to have to project that throughout the world. That has everything to do from the Panama Canal to the border and to this projected of an Iron Dome around the United States. All
right, Joseph Humar, thank you so much for joining us. Merry Christmas to you. We appreciate you hopping on this morning. Have a great day.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
All right, it was a tough weekend on the slopes at one Colorado ski resort, with a total of 174 skiers and snowboarders having to be rescued after a ski lift cracked and automatically shut down. It took rescue workers over 5 hours to get everyone down safely. Rescuers had to enter through the top of each gondola and bring guests to the ground one by one using a seat attached to a rope. Nobody was hurt, and officials are investigating what caused that crack. That's something that happens every day, and thank God everybody got down safe.
One of the main reasons I don't ski. The other?
You can't ski.
I don't know how to ski. AAA predicting a record holiday travel with more than 119 million people traveling at least 50 miles from home. Meteorologist Adam Klotz here with how winter storms could threaten those travel plans. What's up, AK?
Hey, good morning, guys. Did you guys feel this? It's cold outside.
7 degrees when I got in the car today.
It is ridiculous out there, and that's what folks across the Northeast in particular are really dealing with here early this morning. Feels like temperature, that's when you add the wind chill in. 3 degrees in New York City, -3 up in Boston, a balmy 23 back in Chicago. So that does mean eventually some of that warmer air drifts off towards the east if you're some of the folks dealing with that really cold air. Weather-wise across the country, a couple little spots we're paying attention to. The Great Lakes and out west, those are where the storm systems currently are. This one across the Great Lakes maybe causing a little bit of problem for folks, certainly could slow you down. The real problem this time of year, yes, snow's always a problem, but you start to see ice, and that's when things can get really dangerous. These are some of the areas where you could see ice. That's across Michigan, up around the Chicago area as well. And then ultimately some snow on top of that makes things really, really slick. Snow across ultimately the Northeast. What about travel, at least for today? See all this green? That means things are going to be easy for now. Maybe a little bit more travel trouble by the time you get into Christmas Eve. But at least for today, if folks are on the road in the skies, things look okay.
Okay.
We always say those snow tires can plow through almost any snow. When it comes to ice, they're useless. Right? Ice is a big deal. Big deal.
Always say it.
That's what I tell you every morning.
Even in the summer.
Even in the summer.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, guys.
She's funny today. Man, you're on. Drone chaos continues this time. Drones crashing into a crowd at a Florida Christmas show. It's sad when they're red and green and falling. The latest from the FAA investigation coming up.
Plus, holiday spending struggles, how shoppers are dealing with rising costs as President Trump plans to boost the economy in a second term. Financial professor President-elect Trump continuing to build out his upcoming administration, nominating Callista Gingrich as U.S. ambassador to Switzerland. Trump saying on Truth Social, quote, happily married to the great Newt Gingrich. Callista previously served with distinction as my ambassador.
Stop using your own cash or borrowing from hard money lenders in order to buy houses in your real estate investing business. This is a massive mistake. Check this out, guys. Tyler here, he was able to acquire this investment property, generate $30K in immediate cash profit, along with $920 per month in passive cash flow for the next 30 years without paying anything down. Cody here was able to use our system, be able to acquire
Gingrich. Callista previously served with distinction as my ambassador to the Holy See. And he says the Senate is working very hard to confirm his nominees.
Now the Republican Senate majority is working very hard to confirm my nominees, and we appreciate it. And with the help of this Dream Team cabinet,
we're going to work hard to get, I think in the first week, you'll have a half a dozen of them approved in the first week. I will control one committee, and that committee I pledge to get them through as quickly as possible.
Trump also nominating Mauricio Claver Carone as a U.S. Special Envoy for Latin America, and Ken Howry, a co-founder of PayPal, as his pick for U.S. Ambassador to the Kingdom of Denmark, and also made some news on Greenland as well. Former Democrat Senator Joe Manchin slamming his former party with this